And this is the RSI Deluxe hangar. And just show everybody right quick. The graphics setting is showing very high. And also running a GTX 680 GeForce card. So show the vessels. One thing I've noticed about the Constellation is the epic entrance. Nothing like taking an elevator into your own personal ship. That's the part I like too, is it's got the little seal action that it has to open up before it can go down. And as soon as you come in, you can look around and you got the entrance right back there. Going straight to your snub fighter and the sleeping barracks. And right here to the left is the table. A pretty sweet little setup. Also, you got the cockpit right behind me, but I'll show you that and show you how you can see it from back here. In this area right here, someone brought up a question, so I'm like, oh look, you have the windows on the side about having passengers in here. I'm sure you could probably get some passengers in here, but might be an interesting fight for them if you run across any complications. But they could sit there around the kitchen table. These are the bunks. They're not quite ready to use, I guess. You can't really utilize them or really see inside of them at all. Kind of sad, but it's starting product, so you can't be too upset. And you will notice some of this too, some shading issues, but again, this is the first release in alpha, so I can't really be too upset with them at all about this. Sadly, again, can't go back to where the restrooms are and the showers and all that stuff. Hopefully it releases later, but you see it's got another sign, see how the engines are doing. All that good jazz. That's kind of cool, so you know, if you're not actually active in the cockpit, you can at least see it when you wake up. Obviously, if you see some red, probably need to forego the restroom breakdown. And this right here, this just floored me. When you come up, if you're facing towards the front of the ship, you just see that awesomeness right there. Now this right here is the turret stations. I'm not really for sure how the upper turret's gonna work. I don't know if they're gonna have some kind of flooring or something that they're gonna be able to stand on, but that seems a wee bit ridiculous. And you can go to third-person view here, and you can see that you're gonna be sitting down here in this, and you can't actually sit in the turret stations. I haven't set that up yet, but I mean, that's it's a bit of a ways. So we'll go back to first-person view here. Now this is the setup you got here. You got the cool little nav, and you got the glass windows, which it's pretty sweet 'cause you can actually see the rest of the hangar through the windows. Then the heads-up display area. And you got all this stuff over here. But you got this awesome captain seat. The one thing I did notice is different from the Constellation and the fighters is seeing, go ahead and get in the seat. You'll see that the only thing it really does is move those pads around, and then that's the extent. You're not really having to turn anything on. Everything's up on the heads-up display. So there's not really any setup protocols that I can see yet, like the fighters, how the fighters pop up a few screens, and all this guy does is swivel screens over to you. Granted, it's first release, so I'm sure they'll add other stuff into it later. And that's the third person view. I'm not quite for sure what happened there with the blue screen, but apparently I did not like the concept of going back to first person view. And just in case you're wanting to see how everything shapes up, well, ooh, slight little bulkhead issue there. If be a little too tall, you might end up having a little bit of a head injury on that. But this is the ship view. That's kind of goofy. Sadly, can't get into the snub fighter yet either, but you can still see some of the consoles there. We'll go back in first person view. So that's kind of cool. Not really for sure which way it is as you sit. I'm guessing you're sitting there like so and launch out. Alright, that's it from the inside really. We'll go ahead and head outside, check out some of the awesome views. See, it closes and lets you on out. Pretty sweet, I think. That's the turret. And this is the view from outside. Man, you just can't beat this. Also, that's something too I noticed. It's got the skids on the lower engine, which is kind of a good idea. Think about it. And then a turret, which seems to be right on the ground as well. Or not turret, I'm sorry, gun. One of the gun mounts. Seems you might have to replace that once or twice after a hard landing there. But just the sheer size of this vessel is amazing. Now I'll go ahead and get on top. It's a wee bit difficult, but we'll go ahead and give it a try here. Alright, so you saw that was a wee bit interesting trying to get up on top. We'll go ahead and go on third person view just so you can see the sheer size of this thing. This is the hatch that you use to get in and out. This is up on the top, of course, though. This is the top turret. Again, pretty sweet little setup going on there. And this is the crew station area. Pretty sweet. First thing I saw whenever I looked around this thing is Mass Effect. Whenever the ship comes into dock, just the sheer size and how much these ships. And here's the engine. F section here, and we'll also get one last view. Take the elevator up and we'll take a glancing view up there, and you can see the guns also on top of the engines. Thoroughly enjoy it, so we'll go ahead and hop off this station here and head to the elevator. Another 2 aircraft right there. Sweet looking. That's something to you notice. Is some slight. Just look at that. Can't beat that. It's just an awesome. You come out here and you take a look at it from off on the sides. Just a great view overall. So, hope you liked this tour of the Constellation. And talk to you guys later.